What's happening, y'all? What's going on with everybody, man? So check this out, man. We got another article. And more news on this Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao fight. So we're gonna chop it up about this. So y'all hit that like button to support the channel. Hit the thumbs up button as y'all coming in, and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And let's get into it, man. So look, y'all. First of all, I want to say shout out to Joey Foster because he sent me this article because this must have slipped past me. I've been seeing a lot of shit, but this one slipped past me. So shout out to Joey Foster. He the man for this one. He sent me this article. So look, the article say, why Manny Pacquiao? This is an article from Kevin Ioli. Y'all know who that guy is. So the article say why Manny Pacquiao chose to face Errol Spence despite Freddy Roach's objection. So this article he did on Freddy Roach. So this came out of the mouth of Freddy Roach. So look, man, let's read into it. Manny Pacquiao sat at ringside in Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium on March 16, 2019 as Errol Spence Jr. dominated Mikey Garcia, Mr. I.C. something, and scored a shutout in their heavily hyped welterweight title fight. Pacquiao entered the ring after the bout, and Spence quickly said, "Get your motherfucking ass over here, and let's get this fight made." But Pacquiao was looking scared. But members of Pacquiao's team weren't so sure about the fight. Spence was the one welterweight of all that made little sense to them. At nearly 5'10", with a 72-inch reach, he's got more than 4 inches of height and 5 inches of reach on Pacquiao. He's 11 years younger. The advantage in nearly every measurable goes to Spence. Still, though, Pacquiao won the fight and is a 180 underdog at BetMGM. The senator knows what he's looking at, said Sean Gibbons, the president of Manny Pacquiao Promotions. Gibbons wasn't so sure, nor was Freddy Roach, Pacquiao's legendary trainer. "He wasn't my first choice," Roach said to Spence. "I was leaning toward Mikey Garcia, but he challenged us several times and so forth. When Manny picked Spence, I said, congratulations, you picked the best guy out there." So listen, I just want to... This is an article straight out of fucking Freddy Roach's mouth, everybody. So what I want to say is, right, I got to get on Freddy Roach's head, man, because Freddy Roach has contradicted himself in so many ways. I hope y'all was listening carefully. If not, rewind about 10, 20 seconds. So it was an interview. Matter of fact, I did a video on it last night, y'all. So it was a video about how Freddy Roach, you know what I'm saying, was talking, you know, or whatever. I forgot the title of the video, but I did it last night, so y'all can go back and watch it if you haven't watched it already. But in that video, that interview with Mortal Kombat, Freddy Roach said that he believes Keith Thurman is better than Errol Spence. That's what he said in that interview, right? And that shit been hit. And not only in that interview, he said that shit in another interview with somebody else. So he's been trying to force that statement out there. Not sure if he want to get into Errol Spence's head or if he just trying to make some noise or whatever the fuck. Whatever the reason he said that shit, folks. The moment he said it, I knew he was lying through his skinny ass teeth, man. I knew he was lying, bro. I knew the boy I knew Freddy Roach was just saying that shit because in this article, right? Let's read it again. At the top, this is where we at. "He wasn't my first choice," Roach said. "I was leaning toward Mikey Garcia." So you didn't want Manny Pacquiao to even fucking fight Errol Spence, right? You did not want that to happen because you know who the fuck Errol Spence is. You was there when Errol Spence knocked Adrian Broner out standing up, and you was there when Errol Spence beat up Floyd Mayweather and blacked his fucking eye, or you heard about it. So you know, and you seen Errol Spence beat up a whole bunch of other guys, and you heard all the stories we heard. So we not gonna act like you got old timers or some shit just because you 61 years old. What you did was just throw that out there to make some noise, which is fine. But my job is to come here and ball that shit up and throw it out the window, because that's just pure bullshit. Keith Thurman could never be better than Errol Spence, and you don't. And Freddy Roach don't even believe that. So he didn't want Manny Pacquiao to fight Errol Spence. He wanted him to fight Mikey Garcia, and Manny Pacquiao probably went through the negotiations with Mikey Garcia, which is why Mikey Garcia came out and said, "Oh, we're in negotiation with Manny Pacquiao." And then when Manny Pacquiao hit the switcheroo, because the numbers came back that the shit wasn't gonna equal what Manny Pacquiao needed to run for president, or wanted on his way out to run for president, or whatever the case. The numbers didn't make sense, because this is what we're gonna talk about too. Because Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao at AT&T Stadium did about almost 50,000 motherfuckers in the stadium, right? And did 350,000 pay-per-view buys. Mikey Garcia is a Mexican American who the real Mexicans don't even fuck with. They don't really fuck with Mikey Garcia. But Mikey Garcia was trying to use his ethnicity, you know what I'm saying, the fact that he a Mexican, to act like, and the fact that he was in Texas, to act like he was the one that was brought the fans, and he was the one that sold the pay-per-views, which he wasn't. Because Errol Spence did those same numbers the next fight with Sean Porter. So that killed that whole notion. Not only that, the fact that Mikey Garcia went to go fight Jesse Vargas and sold about 5,000 tickets, bro, at the Frisco. If he was the one that did those numbers, they would have brought his ass right back to AT&T Stadium. So we know that's bullshit. So throw that shit out the window too. Mikey Garcia is full of shit. You know what I'm saying? And he uses the fact that he a Mexican to try to get over in the sport of boxing, because they know the sport of boxing favors the Mexican over the blacks, because they want to put the blacks at the bottom of the barrel. We know what the fuck is all about. But Manny Pacquiao and his team, Manny Pacquiao Promotions, did their homework, right? And said, what would me and Mikey Garcia do? They came up with the number. Okay, what would me and Errol Spence do? Oh man, we won't make shit fucking around with this big head motherfucker Mikey Garcia. So we gotta fight Errol Spence, because that's the most money we gonna get. That is exactly what happened. I wasn't there, but I got enough common sense to know that's what the fuck happened, man. That's what happened. They did the numbers and they found out, okay, Errol Spence is the only nigga in boxing, period. The only guy that's doing pay-per-views back to back to back and successful and selling out every fucking stadium he fight at. So if I did 600,000-700,000 with Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman never did the pay-per-view buys. He never did pay-per-view. Oh, what will we do versus Errol Spence? Oh, $1 million. So common sense told them to fight fucking Errol Spence. So that's what happened. So all this shit about fuck Mikey. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. Now, let's go back to where we was at. After I was leaning toward Mikey Garcia or whatever and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So now, when Manny picked Spence, I said, congratulations. You picked the best guy out there. So if you felt like Errol Spence was the best guy out there, why the fuck did you come out in that interview with Mortal Kombat? That's the channel name, Mortal Kombat, by the way, if y'all didn't know what I was talking about. But you came out in that interview and said that Keith Thurman is better than Errol Spence. Stop it, bro. Stop it. You fought Keith Thurman because he was a wounded fucking giraffe. And so y'all jumped on his ass like a fucking lion and brought his ass down and did what y'all did. You know, but now, you know what I'm saying? They say the king of the jungle. A lot of people get it confused and say the lion is the king of the jungle. But actually, the lions don't even fucking live in the jungle. And the king of the jungle is the tiger. If we talking about, animals like that, the tiger will fucking line up. And that's where Errol Spence is. You got the eye of the tiger in this bitch. And he coming in that motherfucker. And he gonna lay your old ass down and get you out the sport. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna run off to the sunset. And go be the president. Which is some good ass shit. Or some real ass shit. You feeding your people. You a boss. I love how Manny Pacquiao come over here, running through the basketball course training and pick up the ball from the ground and shoot a 3-point. That bitch go straight in, swoosh, all net, and all that shit. I like all that. You know what I'm saying? All you people following you and shit. Yeah, y'all move like some bosses around that motherfucker. I'm peeping it, and I'm liking it. But when it comes to this shit right here, you getting put down, bro. And it is what it is, bro. So there we go, y'all. I just had to kill that shit, man, because that shit was like what Stephen A. we said. That shit was blasphemous, man. I heard that shit last night. Well, before last night, I heard it on a different interview where Freddy Roach said Keith Thurman is better than Errol. I said, what the fuck? I knew that was bullshit immediately. I didn't even have to assess it or nothing like that. I knew it was bullshit instantly. So to see this article, and you told Manny Pacquiao, congratulations, man. You picked the best guy out there. I'm just let that shit sizzle in y'all spirit. And while y'all letting that sizzle in y'all spirit, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. So y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed already. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.